How's everybody doing today? So we have done a lot of really good work on our little office space. I'm gonna put up some pictures in the video. If I had a cameraman, I'd have him pan around, do all that stuff. But yeah, it's coming along. We have been moving all of the Etsy shop and photo stuff out of what is going to be our nursery for our little one out here into the garage where I have been based for a little while. A lot of why products haven't been going up on the Etsy shop as quickly as we would like is because we've been doing this. There's a saying that perfect is the enemy of done. And we've kind of been in that state of trying to get everything, I wouldn't say perfect, but probably our definition of perfect for a while. And it has held us back. I'm not going to lie. It's held us back. It's been a little frustrating. But I also know that both my wife and I, we work better in an environment that is somewhat organized. We can look around, we can find things. It's just easier. So that's where we've been. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that everybody wait until you have the perfect spot to do your work before you start doing it, but it's what it's been taking for us, and we're getting really close to having it the way that we need it, and we like we have a plan. That's been another one of our problems, is we haven't really had a plan, and until we sat down and made our vision board and really decided that this has to work, we have to get this done, or we're going to wind up having and going and getting jobs at McDonald's or Chick-fil-A or whatever. It wasn't really until then that we sat down and said, all right, we are going to make this work. And you know what? We are making it work. We've been shooting videos, not on the schedule that I had originally pitched, but we have been doing it on Rumble. The videos are doing really well as far as the view count goes. We don't have any followers yet. We don't have any comments yet, but I also understand these things don't just happen overnight. YouTube, we've got 10 views across every single one of our videos. But I also kind of expected that. YouTube is such a huge, there's so many people on YouTube. Like, getting found on YouTube is almost impossible these days. I have opened a Locals. If you don't know what Locals is, it's kind of like Patreon, but hopefully without all the nonsense that comes along with Patreon. Like, Patreon will kick you off of their platform for almost no reason at all. I don't know, they didn't like your face or something. And then that revenue stream is just gone. So Locals, we're trying that out. It seems like they're quite a bit more, at least transparent about how they do things. That's actually one of the reasons we're on Rumble. It's not just because it's hard to get discovered on YouTube, but YouTube will kick you off for almost no reason if they just feel like it one day. So there's that. But so we opened a Locals, and at first I thought, yeah, I don't really know what kind of content we're going to put on it. Normally when you have a Patreon or a Subscribestar or Locals, you offer exclusive content, and I was just like, I don't really know what kind of exclusive content we would even be able to offer. But then we shot this video of us making a table for our printers, and we just used scrap wood. We used scrap wood that we had laying around. It's not really a how-to video. It's more of a, hey, you can make something kind of cool and useful out of stuff that you might just have laying around the house. You don't have to go to the lumber yard or Home Depot or wherever and spend $40 on a bunch of materials to make a shelf. Like, if you have a skill saw, and if you don't have a skill saw, like, you probably know somebody who does, and you have some wood laying around, and again, if you don't have wood laying around, there's a pretty good chance that you know somebody who does, that you can make a table. And that's what we did here. And so I thought, that could be what goes up on the locals. The behind the scenes stuff is going to mostly be over there. So if you wind up finding yourself interested in knowing more about what we're doing here, about seeing the process of how we go from nothing to a successful Etsy shop and a successful photography business, and you want to see like, well, what are the things like they do behind the scenes, that's where you're going to want to go. So there's going to be a link to that down in the description of this video. It is my hope, because I think that this vlog is going to be a big part of our success in our businesses. And I think that at least the view count on Rumble shows that the potential for that is there. Now, I had somebody that I respect. I mentioned the word potential to him, and he said, "Well, if the potential's there, how come it hasn't happened yet?" Now, in the thing that he was talking about a idea that I had that for a building that has been sitting around empty for the most part for a really long time. And he kind of said, like, well, if there's all this potential in this building, why is the building just sitting there empty? Now, I would make the argument, well, it's because the right person hasn't come along to make something happen. But he's got a point. So I hesitate to use the word potential. But in this situation, we're starting from nothing. We aren't a building that has been sitting empty for 20 years. we're a family that's trying to start a small business, and we've got this vlog. So I feel comfortable saying the vlog, I feel like, has the potential to be a very, very, very big part of the success of our businesses. It is my plan that once this area out here is done, and it may very well be done by the end of the week, it might be next week, it's not going to be any more than next week as long as we stick to it. But once this is done, for us to get on there, get these vlogs put out. I know you guys didn't watch this so that you could hear me talk about things I want to happen to the vlog. So if you want to follow us on Locals, the description will be down below. The behind the scenes stuff, that's where most of that's going to go. So when we make a t-shirt, we'll document it. You'll see, you'll get to see how we do it, how we cut the vinyl, how we do the sublimation. If we make a bottle opener, the sublimation process that goes into that, making the tumblers, that is where that stuff is going to go. When we do rearranging here in the office, or when we start putting the nursery together, I don't know how much of in our, like, inside of our house and our personal life that we're going to be showing, but anything that we do, that'll be on Locals. So I believe I set the Locals up for $10 a month. So that's what's going to be required to get you access to that. We are also going to be offering a free product for people that sign up over there. I've got to talk to my wife about exactly what it is that we're going to be doing, because we make these business decisions together. But you'll be able to get an exclusive item from Bright Harmony Boutique if you sign up over there. I got to go drive Uber and DoorDash tonight, because I do have to make money somehow. So thanks for watching. Please, if you like the videos, click the like button on Rumble or YouTube, whatever you're on. Give us a subscribe on YouTube or follow us on Rumble. Check out our Locals. Check out our Etsy shop, brightharmonyboutique.com. Check out Above Par Photography. Just all these things. If you want to see us succeed, if you want to see us achieve our goals of getting ourselves out of debt, being able to give charitably, and really the purpose of that is to be able to give back to our community and to be able to influence our culture. If you like that, please support us any way that you can. Really appreciate it, and you guys have a good one. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. How's everybody doing? Oh, yeah.